Hello and welcome. My name's Anthony Pipes and this is my coast to coast walk. Morning. Day 7. Think about that one. And I'm just crossing Frank's Bridge as we leave Kirkby Stephen. Just the 108 miles to go then. About 13 miles through to Keld. We start off the day with quite a big climb though, up to the 9 Standards Rigg. It's just gone 7, so I've set off pretty early again. I want to get up there and have a bit of time to myself at the 9 Standards, and then we drop down into Keld. So all being well, we'll be there around about lunchtime when I'm going to meet my family and hope to have a picnic with them. Let's do this. It's another grueling uphill start. You can just see Kirkby back in the background. Granted it's road, which kind of helps rather than the rocky, sticky mud that I've been faced with. But wow, what a start. Right, so I've done 2 miles. I started down there in Kirkby Stephen. Continuous up, 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 up. And I have to get on top of there. I don't know if you can just see the 9 Standards are up there. So am I halfway up? No, probably not yet. I reckon it's only about, yeah, it's probably about 3 miles to go. I've done 2, probably 3 more miles of climbing, so another hour and we should be there. 9 o'clock, top of 9 Standards, that's the plan. Might be a little bit later, to be fair. So we're about 2.7 miles in, and there's just this random seat in the middle of appeared to be nowhere. Not much to it, but a decent view. Looks like there's a bit of low cloud over that way. I don't really want low cloud when I get up to the top here, but it's clear over this side, so fingers crossed. A good little rest for weary legs, but I'm going to carry on. Right, so I think this is the area where you can split your routes. Having said that, I'm not actually sure. Where's 9 Standards? 9 Standards is here. Yeah, so I assume I'm here. So the green route could go off that way. We can take the red and blue routes to 9 Standards. And I think the blue route is probably the one that I'll take today, because this is supposed to be the boggiest. And with all the rain, I imagine it's going to be quite boggy along there. But you know how it is, I haven't made the decision yet. It's the red route that I've got loaded onto my GPS. So we'll make the decision when we get past 9 Standards. 9 Standards obviously straight ahead, centre screen, so a bit more walking to do yet. And a bit more climbing, as is always the case. But we'll be there soon. I just wanted to give a little shout out to the Black Bull. Back down there in Kirkby Stephen, where I stayed last night and had a very comfortable night's sleep. A few pints in the bar as you do. Pub quiz night wasn't overly well attended, but it was fun. It was fun to take part in a pub quiz. That was a big old climb, but I'm very nearly at the 9 Standards Rigg. Yep, peat bogs have been found. Like being somewhat obscured by this band of low-level cloud drifting across. I'm hoping that it'll clear and we'll get some blue skies again. But this is the Nine Standards Rigg. I'll just give it a few minutes to see if it clears. It's a bit chilly in the cloud as well. That sun back, please. It's certainly not clearing yet. I'm now in the cloud. It's only very hazy, so it's not too bad. Let's go over to this end and have a look around anyway. So the Nine Standards, I think there are several theories to how these came to be. I think the main sort of felt sort of theory is that they were built by the Roman armies to look like troops camped up here to try and prevent any invasions, I guess. And from a distance they do look like a big bunch of tents placed up on the hillside. So there we are. I think there's been some works fairly recently to kind of make them a bit more structurally sound. Clear off cloud. I want some sunshine. And then I believe beyond these, where we'll be heading shortly, there's another cairn with a memorial. You might just be able to see it through the cloud between those two. And then further round, I believe there's a trig point which you can maybe just make out over that direction, which is also part of our route. So there we are, the Nine Standards Rigg. Oh, it's clearing. Amazing what a difference it makes when the cloud clears. Give me 5 minutes, it might be gone, we might get some sunshine. Back soon. Right, so that was the Nine Standards, almost 5 miles, 4.8 miles I've done according to the Fitbit, and it's 20 past 9 now. I've been up here probably 20 minutes, so a couple of hours to get up there, a bit less than a couple of hours, wasn't it? An hour and a half. Plenty of curlew flying about looking for the breakfast thing. So now we're going to head over to this little memorial cairn type, whatever it is, and have a look at that. So just away from the Nine Standards, over there, this is the memorial to commemorate the wedding of Charles and Lady Diana in, of course, 1981. And this is obviously a little viewpoint, a viewfinder, so you can see what is where. I just spoke to a chap, he's going that way to the trig point, I'm going over there in a minute. He's just told me he was at Ravenseat yesterday, that's here. Kirkby Stephen, back over this way, 165 metres. I'm at Nine Standards, 659 metres. So yeah, it was a good old climb this morning. What else can we see? Anything that we know? Scarfell Pike. Obviously back to the lake, so in that direction. Right. I'll follow this gentleman over to the trig point. The trig, it's very peaty up here. He's not a coast to coaster, he's just up from London for the week, just heading out exploring the hills. Fair play to him. Out bright and early, so it's just got 9 o'clock. Standards. Said that it was overrated. I guess it's only a few piles of stones at the end of the day, but each to their own, hey. I thought it was quite an impressive little few structures. Right, let's carry on across the top of this moor and get down into Keld. It's decision time. Red route this way, blue route this way. I've got the red route on my GPS. I'm gonna take, hello as well. I'm in Cumbria, I'm in Yorkshire, I'm in Cumbria. I'm gonna take the red route. I'm gonna stay in Cumbria for a little while. See how it goes. Okay, so it's quite peaty. And obviously it's a case of plotting your route wisely. You are going to get filthy boots today. Plotting your route to try and avoid huge puddles like this. This is the issue. I'm going back this way. Oh, that was a deep one. So it is fun and games. Make sure your boots are well tied up, because you just get sucked in. So if you've got loose trainers on, you might lose them. Oh goodness, let's try this right. It's not so bad, not so bad. So it's all about creating a route through and across and over. Fun and games. The worst part for now out of the way. I imagine there's more to come. I have had a dunking. It's not too bad, but I did just get it over that right boot. For the most part it's alright, it's negotiable, but there are a few sort of treacherous areas where you have to be very careful. Of course I'm not off it yet, there might be more to come, but all good fun, all part of the journey. The sun's coming back out. It's very cloudy today, the wind up here is quite cold today. Hopefully as we drop down and the sun comes out, might be a bit better. This is when you get the problems, when you have to cross little sort of streams of water like this. Now here looks not too bad. Most people have crossed there by the looks of things. It's a bit of a leap. I'm going to take the risk at this one. Not so bad, not so bad. So I've been aimlessly following this track as one does, and I've gone a little bit off the route. But there's a road down here which joins up with where I want to go to, so given the amount of peat bogs and things, it's probably not such a bad thing. Probably the one time where I've done good in making a wrong turn. Right, so I've actually wandered down onto the green route anyway. So what I've done, following the red route, instead of going across here, I've followed this track down, just following my nose. So I've come across and I'm now here. So I've probably added what, a quarter of a mile doing that rather than that. So we should soon be back on track. Well, we're on the green route anyway, so not a massive problem. Well, I've got to climb now. I've dropped down to climb back up again. That is the problem. So I'm back en route from that pillar. I followed the farm track, you can just see it up here, rather than following the path across the moors. So essentially, although I've not added a massive amount of mileage to my journey, I've dropped right down to the road to come back up again. I have an audience. Hello! Right, I'm going this way because I'm back on the track, if you can call it a track. I'm back on the peat bogs. Let's get down this hill. I think they're lapwing. So I'm approaching the very popular Ravenseat Farm. I know they do some refreshments here, tea shops, or a tea shop, they sell teas, cream teas, scones, etc. I assume they're open with this troop going in, so I might just nip in and see if I can get myself a hot chocolate. Hi, thank you. How much do I owe?
I'm not actually sure. 1 minute, I'll just check how much hot chocolate is because I'm not.
Yeah, no worries.
Hot chocolate for £2.50, a scone is £2.50, that's £5 please.
Have you got 5 change?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. So there we are. A scone and a hot chocolate at Ravenseat Farm. I didn't meet the famous Amanda Owen. It was her daughter that served me, and I assume her husband answered the door to us. But very nice little spot to sit and have a little treat before finishing off today's journey. We've got about 3 or 4 miles left to do, so hopefully an hour, hour and a half. 2 hours at most, we should be in Keld. So just heading away from Ravenseat Farm on the footpath to Keld. There's a new bit of flagstoning going on. Needs it, it's quite a muddy area around here. I don't think it goes much further than this. I don't know obviously how far they plan to do, but yeah, just a short stretch here of relatively new flagstones. Much easier going in the peat bogs that we've been faced with. Well, I thought I had a little further than that, so that's a little bit of relief. 1.5 miles, we'll be there in half an hour then. It's 12 o'clock now. Good morning's walk, hey? What time did we start? 7:30 was it when we got set off? 7:30 till 12:30, it's 5 hours. I do get a good pace on, as I might have said before, so others it might take a bit longer. I'm usually between 3 and 3.5 miles an hour up in these peat bogs. It's probably a bit slower than that, to be fair, because you're forever snaking around trying to avoid them. But yeah, glad to be back down into Keld. Spend the afternoon exploring the waterfalls with my parents and my son. Right, so I've just wandered off the actual official trail. I know I keep saying official, it's not an official trail, you can do it how you like. The official trail goes up and over here. I'm dropping down to the river because I believe that following the river, the roadway offers the best view of Wainwright, which is a waterfall half a mile or so up the road. So if you want the best views of this waterfall, drop down off the path here onto the road and let's see what it offers when we get to it. It looks like another old lime kiln or something here. Yeah, that would be my guess. Right, so we're just going over the bridge to the road and then we'll head up to the waterfall. So that's Wainwright. Right, so I've made it to Keld. I think there's a little tea room around the corner which will probably get some use. Campsite's just back up this way. So essentially today, as far as the walking is concerned, is done. 7 days done, so that must be about 95 miles done now. I am going to go and explore some of the waterfalls in a bit because it's only lunchtime. It's about 12:30. Some of them are up on my route tomorrow, so I probably won't go to them, but I might go to, is it Catterick Force, which I think is up this way somewhere. So we're going to have a look at that in a bit, and I'll include that in the video and probably look around the campsite later, and that'll be pretty much it for the day. Picnic time. Can't really see a lot. Let's see if we can get a bit closer to it. That one's a new one, isn't it? Is that a 10p? No, it's not. I don't know what it is. Yeah, 10p's in it. Someone's been hammering 2p's and 10p's in. I've gone quiet now. I've got the camera out. Impressive. Right, that's about as close as I dare get, I think. Right, so I'm pretty much settled for the night. It's 4 o'clock. The tent is pitched. I'm going to have my tea soon. My pitch is just alongside this stream. This is the stream that has all the waterfalls in it. I think it's Park Lodge Farm. It's £7 a night for walkers. Obviously I'm here. There's 3 or 4 other tents here at the minute. There's someone else just coming down about to set up a thing. But I thought, since it's been a relatively steady day, just have a look inside my tent. So this is the Terra Nova Laser Competition 1 one-man tent. I can't open the zip one-handed. There we go. My bag's there with all my foodstuffs and everything ready to go. Sleeping bag, sleeping mat. That's pretty much it. A little bit of space over there to keep my prized possessions. That's my battery charger. Blow up pillow. Warm my clothes ready for the night. Same bag just sits in this little porch bit. My boots in there. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to zip that back up because the one problem with being near a stream is midges. There's quite a few about, and the last thing I want is them inside there with me tonight. So we'll sit by the river for a bit, have a chill. We'll put some food on in an hour or so. Just some noodles or something. I've got my stove and everything. Hopefully get to sleep nice and early. Be up early tomorrow morning. Let me just get my sit mat to sit on. There we go. Tomorrow is Keld to Reith. It's another short one, shorter than today actually. I'm not sure on the terrain. I think it's pretty much the same, so undulating but not hilly like we've had in the lakes. Should be in Reith early afternoon, I imagine. Depends what time I get off. If I get off at 7 again, which in all fairness I probably will, because I've got my bacon and some bread with me, some rolls. I'll probably be in Reith for lunchtime, so I'll have lunch in Reith. And I think there's a pub, I think there's some chippies, I think there's quite a lot in Reith, I think, so we'll take it as it comes tomorrow, I suppose. I'm going to sit here and chill by the river. Day 7 complete. 95-ish miles, I think, complete. Nearly halfway. I think tomorrow we should pass halfway. We should pass 100 miles. So all's going pretty well. Bit sore on the feet, but to be expected. That's the reality of the coast to coast. Thank you for watching today. See you again tomorrow. Quite frustratingly, this rather peaceful, nice campsite spot that I've picked, I've been surrounded by a bunch of kids. Now I know kids are going to be kids, they're going to have fun there and then, and not out with their friends. But they're so noisy. It's 7:30 at night. They're just over by the stream, chucking rocks in the stream, creating havoc. Hopefully they'll calm down soon. I'm ready to get my head down.